Yo, what is up fellow YouTubians? This is Mr. Legacy back at you once again with another Let's Build episode, guys, and today we're tackling something really cool. And as you can see, we are doing kind of a medium-sized medieval build on a house. So this is kind of medieval slash kind of rustic style. It's really cool. As you see, I have an entire village set up here, and in further videos I might show you how to, build different kind of medieval builds. So before I get into this tutorial, guys, as usual, I want to remind you all to make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Specifically, guys, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and like this video. Every like promotes my video, helps grow my channel, and gets my video out there. Every comment lets me interact with y'all in the comment section. Guys, you know what? Comment if you're just saying hi, if you're asking me how my day is, if you're telling me something about yourself. I love to interact with y'all down in the comment section below. So we're going to get on with this build tutorial now, guys, and I hope you really enjoy. As usual, guys, this is not a live combat, in fact just me commentating over the build tutorial gameplay, letting you know what's going on, giving you some feedback, giving you some general advice on what you can do to improve on this build. So we're going to have a nice spacious area here, like I'm showing you. You kind of need a big enough area, and the building supplies I'm using is oak wood, I'm using white wool, I'm using torches to light up the area, I have my leaves then for the bottom level, kind of to add to the aesthetics. I have stairs, which I'm going to use for the roof. I have my glass for my window, and then I have, wood slabs for the roof as well. And a potion of swiftness is always very handy, guys, to kind of speed up the building process in a build. So I'm going to get my oak wood, and I'm going to build a kind of square foundation for it, and it's going to be 9 by 9, and this is kind of your bottom level. I like the oak wood because I think it looks really nice. I don't know, it just adds so much. It makes it look more kind of medieval if you use this, but of course this is just my opinion. You can use any other material you want. I think you're just better off to stick to material like this. So once I have my glass laid in, I'm going to build up 3 high more, and then I'm going to come across with my oak wood planks again, but I'm going to fill in one of the layers, the layer above the glass, with white wool, because I think it adds kind of effect and makes it look much nicer. I put in the glass earlier because I think it's just easier, if you just build it as you're going instead of coming back later and punching out the holes for where the glass is going to go. So that's just my general opinion. You guys can kind of do what you want with that. And once you have your wool down, you're going to build on top of the wool with some oak wood, and this is kind of pretty much the bottom level of this build built then. So the next part now, guys, is to come out 2 at each side, and this is going to be kind of the top level of the house we're going to build. Once you've came out 2, you're going to go up, I think, about 5 blocks high. Is what I went up, and this is pretty much going to be the top build of what our house is going to be. You do this on either side, and then you can just fill in the kind of gap here like I'm showing you with the oak wood planks, or whatever you really want. As I said, this is just my opinion. This is just giving you advice. You don't have to stick to this, to get this kind of build, but I think in general it just looks nicer if you're using the oak wood planks. So guys, once you've came up your 5 high on each side, like I showed you, you're going to build another frame. Again, you're going to join them all up with the oak wood, and then you're going to fill in kind of the gap in the middle of them all with some nice white wool, and that is going to be our second level. And we're going to, later on in the video, I'm going to punch out some of the wool and put in the windows and stuff, just to add kind of the aesthetics to the house to make it look much nicer. So as you can see now, I'm just filling up these gap areas here with some white wool. And the reason I came out 2 at each side is because in traditional kind of medieval builds, in real life, the house is always kind of top heavy. It's kind of what the build looks like if you look back in kind of history books or whatever. The bottom level is always smaller than what the actual top level is. So I said I would just do it, you know, to kind of make it look more realistic. So pretty much with this done now, guys, I'm going to cut over now to the next part. We have to finish off kind of the roof part of the build. So I hope you guys are enjoying so far, and yeah, let's keep going on with this tutorial and skip on to the next part. So guys, as I said, in this second part of the tutorial, we're going to focus on building the roof. The roof is fairly simple to build. It's a very easy process. Overall, this entire build is very, very simple to kind of do. So what you're going to do is come in 1 at each side with the oak wood planks, like I'm showing you now. And then we're going to kind of build up in kind of a zigzag pattern up to give kind of the impression of a slanted kind of roof. So as you can see here, I'm building up kind of in a zigzag pattern. I'm coming up 4 high and coming right across then. So our roof looks slanted at the sides, but on the top it's going to be completely flat. So guys, once you have your roof constructed like so, where you go up in kind of a zigzag pattern in up 4 and then have your flat roof, we're going to have this these 2 gap areas at either side, which we're going to fill up with white wool. As I said before, these are just the building materials I'm using. You can use whatever building materials you want. Now we're going to make kind of a pattern in the wool where we're going to punch out 2 at the top and 1 underneath, and you know, come down with the wool to kind of divide the house up. So there isn't, you know, so much wool that is kind of in your face. We do the same kind of design on the other side, and I think it just looks really cool. It adds kind of an effect to it, and it just makes the house look much nicer, especially when it's divided up like that for the windows. It looks just much nicer in my opinion. So once you have this done on both sides, kind of the small pattern and put in the wool, our next thing now is to tackle the actual roof and finish off creating the roof. So on the flat part, we're going to use wood slabs. They look really nice. I think they add kind of a nice effect. Instead of having a completely pointed roof, you have it flat on top, and we're going to come out 1 extra at each side. So once we have this done, then we are going to get our I think it's oak wood. I'm using the oak wood stairs, and we're going to kind of put 1 oak wood. We're going to put, you know, the oak wood on the kind of zigzag pattern we have going up, and of course we're going to come out 1 at each side like we did with the wood slabs. So guys, that's pretty much now the roof done and pretty much the build done itself. All I have to do now is just kind of add the kind of, you know, aesthetic bits to the house to make it look a bit nicer. Just kind of windows and, you know, decorate it up a little bit. So that's in the final part of this tutorial. So hope you guys are enjoying it, as I said, and make sure to give this a big like and give a comment if you're really enjoying it, and comment on what you'd like to see next. So guys, now we're just going to tackle the last bit of the build, which is pretty much the decoration of the house itself. These are just a few different ideas and, you know, features added on to make the house look nicer in my opinion. Of course, as I said, all this video, these Let's Builds are just my opinion and what I think is nice. You guys don't have to follow them, you know, step for step. You can just add on whatever you think would look nice yourselves. So at the moment, I'm just kind of fixing a couple of things that I didn't do kind of at the start of the video when I was building the house first, and I'm just punching out the areas for where the windows are going to go and just kind of marking out for where some of my nice outside stuff is going to go. So now that I have my windows marked out and the glass put in, I'm going to use trapdoors as kind of shutters on each side of the window. They look really medieval and they look really cool. Next I'm going to get my dirt and I'm going to put one piece of dirt underneath each window with a flower in it to kind of resemble, you know, like a flower pot, or, you know, you'd see some old rustic houses with like flower pots underneath the top story windows. And I'm just going to put trapdoors around each side of the dirt, you know, to make it look like it's enclosed in kind of a flower pot case or whatever. I'm going to do this for each one of the windows on the top level of the house to kind of add to the effect, and I think it looks really nice overall. Guys, once I have all my windows marked out with, you know, put the shutters in and put in the kind of flower pots and stuff, I don't really have much more left to do except get my my leaves, and I'm just going to go around the you know, the bottom floor area. As you see here, I kind of forgot to finish off one side of the actual roof. That was my mistake, and I added in some torches, you know, around the house as well, just to give a bit of light. So what I'm doing here is I'm just getting my leaves and I'm just going around, you know, the bottom level of the house, and I think it just looks really nice. It looks like kind of there's growth around the house. There's like a little garden, and then I'm just going to mark out my area for where my door, my, you know, my entrance is going to go into the house. After this, the final bit I should say I'm going to do is add in like a structural beam to make the house look like, you know, it's real. You don't want to go in, I mean, like, you don't want to make it look like it's kind of a freestanding house. There has to be some kind of a structural beam for the actual roof. I think it just makes it look more realistic, and it just looks much cooler in my opinion. But as I said, it's just my opinion. You can add this in if you want or not. So with that said, guys, this is pretty much the build done, and this is Let's Build episode 3 or 4, I'm not really sure, finished. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said before, make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Specifically, guys, I should say, I've said this so many times, I'm getting jumbled with my words. Make sure to like and comment. Really leave a comment below, guys, if you'd like to see, you know, more builds like this, or what you would like to see next time. I'm working on something really cool a lot of y'all were asking me for, which is how to construct an actual spaceship. I'll leave a video to my original spaceship, or a link to my video of my original spaceship down below. And until next time, this has been Mr. Legacy, and I'll see y'all on the dock side.